It's ITU's 200th World Cup Women's Triathlon here in Madrid, and off they go. The last race before the 2008 World Championships. Last opportunity for athletes to pick up points as they try to get to Vancouver and ultimately to get to Beijing. Very quick opening swim by Carrie Lang, pushing the pace. 2 laps, 1,500 meters of swimming, and the 17-degree water temperature. Not much warmer than the air. Carrie Lang first out of the water, and the swim pre-winner back in. Jodie Swallow from England very close in there as well. And as quickly Helen Tucker back into the water. So the British team trying to make their Olympic spots here this weekend, having to have some big races. Vanessa Fernandez sitting back in about 8th or 9th spot, and she's going after her 20th World Cup win, the only woman to ever have won on this course all 5 times. Carrie Lang continuing to push the pace, hoping that she might get one of those top 8 spots. And out of the water, it was Lang coming quickly, but you can see a group of about 15 or 16 women coming into the transition zone. Daniel Reef from Switzerland right there. There's Holly Abel, the teenage superstar from Great Britain, getting just her 3rd World Cup start as the women came out of the transition zone. Vanessa Fernandez with a very quick start, and there already 2 British women, Holly Abel, the 18-year-old, Helen Tucker, the woman who got a bronze medal at the Beijing World Cup race a few years ago, Vanessa Fernandez, and the teenage superstar from a few years ago, Daniel Reef. Looking back to the chase pack, losing time on almost every lap, about 25 or 26 women into that group, including the 2 Germans going for their Olympic spots, and that included Franzmann and Pilz from Germany. Taking a bit of fluid, Daniel Reef continuing to have a fantastic ride, has to be excited. Nobody in this group, I think, have the running legs to go with Vanessa Fernandez, who might be on track right now for her 20th and record-setting World Cup win. It is 8 laps and a very big hill on each of those laps through this beautiful park in the middle of Madrid, Spain, and Vanessa Fernandez into the transition zone, and right away she will become a major factor onto the run. Daniel Reef trying to get herself on the podium for the first time in her career. Holly Abel, if she and Helen Tucker are able to stay in the top 8, will likely get their Olympic spots here today. Right away, Vanessa Fernandez out onto the run, the only woman who has ever led on this course on the run. Fernandez, 19 World Cup wins, tied with Emma Carney, trying to go after her record-setting 20th World Cup win. Daniel Reef immediately going after Fernandez. I'm sure not able to maintain that pace. 2.5 minutes down, and here come the chase pack. Lisa Norden into this group as well. You can see the other British athletes. There is Ricarda Lisk, who's already made the German Olympic team. And the battle for the last German spot just heading out. Franzmann into that group. Christine Pilz just a bit behind. And you can see the group of about 18 or 20 women now very tightly bunched. Lisa Norden, Andrea Hewitt going. There's Elizabeth May, who was in the lead group on the bike but had a bit of problems. Marie Rabi making the move very quickly along with Kate Roberts from South Africa. And nobody having the ability to go after this woman, having it all her own way. Vanessa Fernandez, only one woman able to challenge her, and that's Emma Snowsill, who's not racing today. Tucker from Great Britain back on form after a year of injuries. Holly Abel, just her 3rd World Cup race. And there's Vanessa Fernandez already starting to lap people here in what she calls her second home. That's Madrid, Spain, with what will become 6 of her 20 World Cup wins in one location. Helen Tucker looking absolutely fantastic. The sun out right now, and the woman who has dealt with injuries realizing she's going to make the Olympic Games team. Daniel Reef may be getting herself on the podium for the first time as she continues to move through. Holly Abel right now realizing if she just finishes the day in the top 8, she will get her Olympic Games spot. The last stages, and it is Vanessa Fernandez setting a record on ITU's 200th World Cup race. It will be her 20th World Cup win, 10% of all of the races she has won, as Fernandez crossing the line, 2 hours, 4 minutes, 46 seconds, a 34-minute change, 10-kilometer run, and what an incredible day for the Portuguese athlete. Tucker going to the Olympics with her silver medal. She has got to be excited after those injuries. It'll be Beijing bound for Helen Tucker, and 3rd place just coming down will be Daniel Reef. She has had a great race, her first ever podium, and here comes the teenager. Holly Abel will be going to the Olympic Games at just 18 years of age.
Very happy. I think this race is very special for me because I beginning to win a World Cup here in Madrid in 2003. So since that I win all the years. I never over the season without one win in World Cup, and every time is Madrid.
Honestly, I can't believe it. I mean, like the first 3 World Cups of the year, I went and I had okay results, but since I came home, I've had about 5 weeks of really, really good training because I had an injury last year and I couldn't do any hard running. So the last 5 weeks, I'd done some really good training, so I didn't really know what to expect. But I just felt really good today. I just felt really strong on the bike, so I did a lot of work, and I hoped I could run as well. I could run well, but then first it was really hard, the first 2 laps, and suddenly I saw Holly in front of me, and it's just amazing. I never thought I could do a podium in a World Cup.
Fernandez stands alone with 20 World Cup wins. Tucker going to the Olympics, and for the first time, Reef on the podium.